Hey everyone, I'm doing another vlog. I'm gonna be practicing this high laser in the background because I think there's a big problem at my Thursday local against Zio, so I'm gonna be trying to do this while talking. Um, but yeah, a lot to talk about this week. I ended up going to three locals this week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. All had locals in San Diego, which was fun. I don't know if I'll be doing that again, like doing a three-tourney stretch, because I did miss having like a long stream. Uh, and honestly, I wish I kind of took a break. I think in the future it would make more sense to take a break and just do like Tuesday, Thursday, because I really feel like I went into like kind of like an idea debt with like takeaways from each tournament, because I was like, oh well, I don't even get to go home and practice because like I gotta go to the or I gotta go to work the next day and then go to the local like pretty much right after. Um, so yeah, I feel like I didn't really get to think too much about what happened, uh, just because I was like it was already on to the next event. But what happened on each day? So Tuesday is a new local at a brewery. I was kind of getting a feel for like the environment. Um, I kind of didn't take it too seriously, um, but I think it's fine in like a week like that where it's like there's just so much so much competing to be done. You don't want to like burn yourself out too much. Um, and I think in future weeks I won't be I definitely won't be drinking as much. I end up I ended up losing to Zio and I lost to Kadoran's Roy in losers after barely winning in winners. I think my general uh, my general play was not great, especially against Kadoran's Roy. I think I just kind of did this a lot when I and just just get dash dance grabbed. Uh, wasn't like playing super thought out or patient or anything. And I think that might be just the or like not being used to that specific environment, and then just like I don't know, don't really think I play the best while under the influence. Uh, but yeah, I think against Zio, I just kind of my ex. I think I got punished even harder for like the problems I was having, just getting whiff punished and like not having not super good execution and super good plans on how to actually get hits. Um, but yeah, uh, wasn't too upset. I think I don't want to be too hard on myself for that one. I think I'll just come back next week, uh, and maybe definitely be in the mindset to try harder because there are going to be good people or like good players at that tournament. Um, but I was just getting a feel for just competing in that new environment, I think. Um, yeah. So Wednesday was the tournament I won, but there was not really any other PR players uh, on the Wednesday tournament. But I did go game five with Lincoln 3 in winners finals, which was it was definitely a close set, but I think I was definitely very susceptible to I don't want to just like say getting cheesed in the corner, but like I would like be disciplined for like a while and then like I don't know, I kind of send it and then like get get punished pretty hard on like positions like that. I think I ended up getting a pretty big advantage game five just from maybe he was feeling nervous or something. I was pretty much able to read like all his rolls. I wasn't like super overextending in the corner like I was in the games I lost. Uh, and then in grand finals, I feel like I just played pretty good. Um, I won 3-0 in the run back. Um, but that was I feel like that was a pretty good tournament. I feel like I adapted to certain things that are like I noticed I could exploit certain things from him, which is a good sign for me. I usually don't really do that in my gameplay, if I'm being quite honest. I feel like I kind of just spam like pressure situations and like mix up timings, but I'm not like super particular about like what my opponent is doing, which is definitely a weakness. Um, can definitely get into that later when I talk about the fiction lesson I had earlier. But yeah, I think that was a good showing. There's like stuff to be happy with and stuff to think about and improve on from that tournament. Um, and then Rage. I ended up losing to Zio twice, and it's definitely felt a bit discontent about um, not being able to. I feel like my ideas were just like being slightly misexecuted because this fucking shit, man, where like if you don't shoot the laser, if you're off by a frame, it completely changes the interaction. Like if you don't shoot this high laser, um, they can they can power shield it. And I felt like I was getting power shield grabbed a lot because I was just late on this timing. It's really hard for me to do this and like fastball too. Uh, well, anyways, yeah, I ended up losing to Zio twice. I had close sets all around with um, I think everyone else I played. I think every set I played was game or after my round two. I had like last games with Okami, Ling, and Snake. Uh, I think, um, unfortunately, I think the biggest takeaway was like I had talked about it with people earlier in the day, but I think my general tech skill was not great that day. Um, I couldn't I couldn't like especially against Zio, I like couldn't move to the place I needed to be for the edge guard a lot of the time, and then it's definitely happening against Liang too. Against Fox, I could not edge guard because I could not get to the place I needed to be for the edge guard. Um, yeah. Um, I guess that just means I need to I need to figure out what's going wrong, like execution wise, and maybe tighten up in those areas. Um, it's really hard when it's like not super obvious like what I'm messing up. It's like, oh, I messed up like this movement and I don't really know why. It's like I don't know. I like ended up like walking or like I missed a dash. It's like um yeah, I think I should probably go back into R Wing and look at everything and make sure I can like properly move from spots. I don't know. It's hard when it feels like the biggest takeaway is not from your ideas, but more so um, your execution being so like subpar that it makes it like difficult to like be sure about anything. Um, yeah. S- If I want to be like super specific, I think I have the most thoughts right now about like the Falcon matchup where like I like know that this is like the thing that you're supposed to do, shoot this high laser, and then like stuff him out like 'cause he can't jump anymore, and if he does like jump, you shield. I'm pretty good at like that part right now. I used to not be as good at it about shielding his moves on reaction. I'm pretty good about that part right now, but I think this was a problem, and then Zio is very good at like not playing this like shitty interaction where like I just shield a very direct approach. He would use the platforms and make it a little confusing for me, and then maybe I would get baited to go up there. Um, so yeah, I definitely need to reimagine like sticking to this kind of thing against Falcon. That's probably what I need to do, and I don't really need to do the platform stuff so much. I think there's some spots where I think it's okay to contest it, but it's definitely a problem. I would like go to top platform and always see up air for it. That's definitely an issue. Um, but yeah, I think it was a pretty good week of competing. I'm gonna go to the tournaments on Tuesday and Thursday next week, which will be fun again. It'll be fun having two consistent weeklies. Um, but yeah. Uh, my next topic. So I think like after last week, I really wanted to do Fox because I had lost to Liang. I really decided like, oh, Fox is now the matchup of the week, and that I'm gonna be thinking about. Um, but I ended up like really not finding that much Fox practice to like on net play in my free time. Um, and I had also felt this the week before, where well, I was able to find the Marth practice, but sometimes you like you decide you want to focus in on something like one specific matchup in melee, and then you just like don't play it in the tournaments, and it's like, oh, what is this all for? So yeah, I've been trying to like emotionally try to figure out a good balance for it to still feel good, like improving at something, but like also acknowledging like I go to these tournaments and like try to win. Um, and it's like it's obviously it's not gonna feel I'm not gonna feel fully fulfilled just from like improving at stuff. Like I really do want to. I show up to the tournament like I do wish to play good and win. Like regardless of like what I have been practicing. Um, and it does suck when like what you're practicing doesn't sync up exactly with like what you face that week. I was talking to Squid and like listening to his videos and lessons about this kind of stuff, where I think I'm kind of more willing to change my approach on this, where it's like I used to do like hyper focus on a matchup. Um, but I was talking to Squid, I'm like, do you even do this? And he's like, I actually only he doesn't even hyper focus on matchups. He like hyper focuses on like little interactions across that could be used across matchups, like certain techniques. I think he was like talking about the slingshot and like this dash wave dash back. Um, he's been like doing. And he also told me he has like sticky notes for like things to work on across like sorted by matchup. I was thinking I should probably do something similar where um, it just feels more satisfying to compete. Like you have stuff for every matchup, and like when you're really feeling lost, then it's probably time to like focus in on one. But I don't feel super lost. I feel like I have pretty um, good game plans that I can continue to iterate on and add to. I think besides Marth, I still need to. I'm still a little confused on that one, um, but eventually I'll figure some stuff out for that one. But I think that could be good for me. I'm willing to try it out, see how that works out for me. I feel like it'll work out more than just me um, playing like one matchup and then like not even playing it for like maybe weeks on end in any tournament that I go to. That feeling kind of sucks, but um, maybe I don't have to do that. It might be like one of the better ways to improve, honestly, but um, I do feel like I have to do like what's fun or what's fun and like what makes me want to continue playing. And I think I do have certain needs as a competitor. Um, so I think changing up the methods of what I'm doing to improve could be a good change for me. I don't know. Yeah, so there's that. And I took a fiction lesson today that was very insightful. Uh, I'm glad I do these lessons with Shep because I feel like he has a pretty good understanding of me as a player because we're from the same region. We played quite a bit um, in tournament. over the years, or like over the more recent years. I feel like he's watched me come from being like a lot worse into like kind of growing into my own thing, and I feel like he does. Um, he like understands my style and like my strengths um, pretty well, so that makes it easier for him to like frame things to me. Um, yeah. So today, we were just like I showed him another Fox VOD because I wanted to continue talking about what I talked about with him last time. And I think the most important, like, kind of mental takeaway from it is that he was like telling me that like the way that I play mix-ups right now isn't like fully complete, and I totally agreed with him. Um, 'Cause like the way I would describe my one of my like biggest strengths and like the kind of things I really think about when trying to play Melee. This is what I try to do. Sometimes it doesn't reflect. Sometimes I definitely just fucking reversal people and punish it. I get it, but I try to play a lot of situations and like try to be like kind of tricky with my timing. Sometimes I'll use the platforms to like um here. This is a thing, an example. Like I try to like use the platforms to change the timing of like what I'm doing. I use different moves. Try to use different drifts. Um, Here's the thing I love doing. It's like I go up here, or like someone's cornered, or like coming from the ledge or cornered. I'll go up here and then I'll teeter instead of like uh doing something like this. I'll like go over here and teeter and bait out a reaction out of them. Uh, Little like movement tricks like that. And I always do this because I always felt like in like I need to like win the mix up, I like need to be in control of the decision. Um and what I mean by that is like I need to dictate like the interaction. It's like I'm gonna do this move or I'm gonna do this timing and you're gonna deal with it. Um that's how I have thought about Melee, and like that's how I have thought about like not necessarily like win conditions, but like this is how I get my advantage in playing. Um, but what I mean by when he said it's like this kind of way of playing mix-ups isn't complete is like, well, you don't like I don't like trick people. Like if I don't like let people do what they want to do and like trick them into getting hit by them doing what they want to do, or like do stuff and like or like try to like bait out certain options by like um kind of conditioning sort of stuff, where like you show them something that looks like something they want to hit or something, or like you create a situation that they think that looks like a situation that they want to do something, and you end up like being able to trick them based on like their reaction, I guess. I don't know if I'm explaining that bad, but like I don't like let people or I don't really like let people do their options and like um trick them into doing their own the options that they thought they wanted to do and then punishing them for it. I don't really engage with that part of Melee as much because uh I always felt like this made more sense to me. Is like I'm like shutting them down by like not really um making I was like making all the decisions that are happening in the game mine, but it's not like a super feasible way of playing. Um, because it just doesn't like work out like that. Because like people will be able to get past your mix-ups. Um, and like you can't just like cover like everything like doing shit like this. I don't know if what I'm saying is making sense, but um, I think a specific way he told me I can improve is just like you got to see what people are doing and like what you get hit by, and like you got to figure out like what did you do that made them think it was okay to do the thing that they wanted to do, and then like extending onto that is like what do you want to do to like give them that signal, but like make the situation work out in your favor. And that's like a pretty interesting puzzle for me to take on right now. I'm really interested in seeing where I can go with this kind of framework about or like framework. Um, but yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna be thinking about more. I'm gonna try to think about that more, and definitely there was like other useful stuff in the lesson too. Um, there definitely we talked about it in the lesson I had last month about me playing my like style of like forcing, not like or I guess forcing or like me trying to like dictate mix-ups, um, aggressive mix-ups, but like it is like a huge there is like a huge holes with it where like I kind of just like because I'm so comfortable to do that, like I'm kind of just sometimes I do it in spots where it's just like really gambly and like I don't like set up those good situations. I guess that will like go into what I'm gonna work on with like this kind of stuff. But I don't like really create the situations and trick people into hitting themselves. Like I don't like I don't do like long plays and setup enough. So hopefully I'm able to get better at that. I feel like it's a pretty good direction for um, getting to a higher level of play for myself. Uh, yeah, that's about it. Um, I don't really have much to talk about besides that, so I'm gonna cut the vlog. Thanks for watching.